Welcome to the Green River Region 2023 Habitat Overview. I'm Kevin Spence, the Green River Habitat Biologist. This video provides a summary of precipitation and weather-related information emphasizing effects to big game and other wildlife, ongoing mule deer habitat assessments, and habitat enhancement efforts occurring in the region. The Green River region covers most of southwest Wyoming, including southern Lincoln, Uinta, most of Sweetwater, and western Carbon counties. The regional boundary on this map is the red line in the southwest corner. The Green River region contains all or portions of mule deer initiative herds, including the southern ends of the Wyoming and Sublette herds, and most of the Baggs mule deer herd. The area encompassing the Baggs mule deer herd is covered by Britt Burdett, the Saratoga habitat biologist. Each of the mule deer herd units are labeled here, shown in green and blue outlines. Mule Deer Initiative or MDI herds were designated by the Wyoming Game and Fish Department over concerns with declining populations, where there has been a need to increase public awareness on issues affecting mule deer, enlist public involvement, and promote conservation of the species and its habitat. The remaining non-MDI herds in the Green River region include the Uinta and South Rock Springs herds. Although the Rock Springs herd is not part of the Mule Deer Initiative, it remains very popular with hunters. The quality and quantity of wildlife forage is dependent on timing and amount of annual precipitation for grass and forage production as well as shrub annual leader growth. High volumes of mountain snowpack and spring moisture is essential for summer forage productivity to meet the high energy demands for does and cows during lactation, buck and bull antler and horn growth, and attaining stored fat reserves for fall rut migration and winter survival. Adequate spring moisture is critically important in the lower elevation sagebrush steppe to promote herbaceous vegetation and associated insect populations for sage-grouse chick survival. Moisture through the growing season in these sagebrush steppe habitats are vital for pronghorn forage throughout the summer months. Severe drought can have a toll on low elevation sagebrush areas such as the South Rock Springs mule deer herd and cause as much mortality as some winters, when does quit nursing and fawns either die during the summer or enter winter unfit for survival. Habitat biologists evaluate annual and seasonal precipitation models and data for key mule deer herds in the Green River region. This information is summarized annually and assists wildlife biologists with season setting and herd unit objective review decisions. This graph shows the precipitation trends during the past 6-year period for all combined seasonal ranges in the Wyoming Range mule deer herd unit. The x-axis is each year and the y-axis shows precipitation in inches. Blue bars are the annual precipitation and black dashed line is the previous 30-year average annual precipitation for comparison. Annual precipitation for the 2023 water year exceeded the 30-year average and was the highest amount recorded during the past 4 years. The orange bars represent the precipitation that occurred during the period from April to June. This precipitation is extremely important for early vegetative growth and vigor, setting the stage for annual forage production. The green dotted line shows a 30-year average April through June precipitation. The 2023 April through June precipitation was 5.8 inches and above the 5-inch 30-year average. The gray bars are the spring, summer, and fall precipitation, or the growing season between May and the end of July across the entire herd unit. The gray dashed line is the 30-year average. May through July precipitation was near the 30-year average and the highest recorded since 2020. The high volume of winter snowpack, extended snowfall events later into the spring months produced excellent vegetative growth during the 2023 growing season. The next graph is the precipitation trends for all seasonal ranges in the Baggs mule deer herd unit. Again, the blue bars are the amount of annual precipitation, which was higher in 2023 than the 30-year average amount shown by the black dotted line. Most of this precipitation can be attributed to the above average snowpack throughout the Baggs mule deer herd unit during the 2022-2023 winter. Despite annual precipitation being the highest it's been since 2019, moisture events during the critical growing months for herbaceous and woody vegetation were still below normal during the 2023 water year. In 5 of the last 6 years, moisture during the critical growing months between April and June was below the 30-year average. Precipitation falling during these months is essential for plant growth at high elevations in this herd unit. Moving on to the South Rock Springs mule deer herd unit. This herd unit includes the popular locations of Little Mountain, Pine Mountain, Aspen Mountain, and Kinney Rim. Annual precipitation in this herd unit exceeded the 30-year average for the second consecutive water year. 2023 April through June precipitation was higher than the 30-year average of 3.5 inches and higher than the previous 4 years. May through July precipitation in 2023 slightly exceeded the 30-year average. 2 consecutive years of favorable precipitation and subsequent vegetative response is expected to benefit mule deer and other wildlife in this high desert ecosystem during the 2024 growing season. This graphic from the National Integrated Drought Information System shows the Wyoming drought outlook as of March 5th, 2024. A large portion of the Green River region is currently not experiencing any drought issues, and abnormally dry conditions exist in southeast Lincoln, southeast Sweetwater, and southwest Carbon counties. NRCS snowtail data as of March 10, 2024, shows the Green River region snowpack having snow water equivalent ranging from 110% to 120% of the median. Current snowpack at higher elevations across the region is very encouraging for soil moisture recharge and forage productivity during the upcoming growing season. Adequate growing season precipitation will be key for realizing desirable vegetative growth on summer ranges. As of March 1st, milder winter conditions have persisted across the majority of the Green River region compared to last winter. November 2023 through February 2024 snow accumulations on low elevation winter ranges were variable across the region. Monthly snowfall amounts were generally below the long-term averages during November and December, and most areas experienced monthly amounts above average during January and February. Average monthly winter temperatures for the period between November 2023 and February 2024 across big game winter ranges in the region have exhibited consistently warmer than average temperatures, with the monthly average temperatures ranging from near normal to 7 degrees above the long-term average. Rapid Habitat Assessments, or RHAs, were first implemented by the Department in 2015 to generally characterize conditions of important habitat types on the landscape within mule deer initiative herd units. Summarized RHA data are used as a habitat component by wildlife biologists during herd unit population objective reviews at 5-year intervals to evaluate whether or not mule deer numbers are in balance with sustaining habitat at an acceptable or higher quality condition. RHA involved collecting data and evaluating numerous mule deer habitat components at different sites across all seasonal ranges each year. Currently, the department collects RHA data from rangeland, riparian, aspen, and special feature habitat types within the Green River region's MDI herd units. In the Green River region during 2023, department biologists completed 2 aspen, 2 riparian, and 6 rangeland RHAs totaling 1,332 acres for the Baggs herd, 1 rangeland RHA totaling 131 acres for the Sublet herd, and 6 rangeland, 2 aspen, and 1 special feature RHA totaling 3,532 acres for the Wyoming range herd. Several habitat enhancement efforts were conducted during 2023. The ability to maintain healthy aspen habitat on the landscape is extremely important for mule deer and numerous other wildlife. During 2016 and 2018, project partners erected steeljack fencing to protect nearly 20 acres of aspen habitat from excessive ungulate browsing on Little Mountain near the head of Dipping Springs. Two separate exclosures were built to encourage unimpeded vertical growth of young aspen regeneration for stand replacement and to promote healthy aspen habitat conditions. Exceptional snow accumulation during the 2022-2023 winter buried the fence, placing extreme weight on the fence's bucks, holding the fence upright and intact. As a result of the snow load, several welds either completely broke or cracked, causing the legs on the 129 of the bucks to fail. Agency personnel and volunteers dismantled the fence, a welder repaired the bucks, and the exclosure fence was rebuilt to maintain healthy aspen habitat. Department crews completed 1,801 acres of sagebrush mowing treatment in mule deer transitional and winter ranges in the southern portion of the Wyoming Range Mule Deer Herd Unit in 2023. Areas treated included 2 sites on Rock Creek Ridge and 1 site in the South Slate Creek drainage. Sagebrush stands identified for mowing were dominated by older shrubs that lacked vigor and productivity. They also tended to exhibit denser canopies that limited associated grass and forb productivity. A fine-scale mosaic of mowed and unmowed sagebrush was used to create a blend of shrub-dominated patches and open areas with increased grass and forb productivity, and ultimately promote sagebrush age class diversity across these segments of crucial winter and transitional ranges, which will not fully be realized for the next 20 to 40 years when sagebrush plants have reestablished with enhanced vigor and nutritional browse. The Little Snake River Conservation District used the department's Lawson aerator in the Baggs Mule Deer Herd Unit to treat approximately 647 acres and reduce mountain big sagebrush canopy coverage from 30 to 40% down to 15% in the upper Savior Creek watershed. Additionally, 39 acres of moist soil habitat were interseeded with legumes. These treatments will increase age class diversity, improve shrub health, and increase species diversity. More immediate benefits are expected with increased forb species diversity and productivity in mowed and aerated areas for meeting needed nutritional demands for mule deer during the early spring migration. Increases in forbs, the overall production of herbaceous plant community, and associated insect population in treated areas are expected to also enhance brood-rearing habitat for sage grouse and contribute to chick survival. Aerial herbicide application was also applied simultaneously to mowed areas in the Rock Creek Ridge and Slate Creek Ridge areas to reduce cheatgrass establishment and maintain native herbaceous vegetation. The NRCS and Little Snake River Conservation District were awarded significant grant funding for implementation of ongoing habitat treatments in the Baggs area during 2023. Projects included masticating 6,800 acres of key mixed mountain shrub species to promote younger, more nutritious browse for mule deer within the migration corridor, and 125 acres of mechanical treatment to restore aspen habitat on Summer Range. These projects are planned to continue in 2024 and will also include projects designed to remove juniper from crucial winter ranges. Regional cheatgrass treatments are a collaborative effort involving weed and pest districts, BLM, conservation districts, NRCS, Forest Service, private landowners, conservation groups, the University of Wyoming, multiple funding sources, and game and fish. Approximately 24,500 acres of sagebrush grassland and mixed mountain shrub habitats were treated to control cheatgrass on key mule deer crucial winter and transitional ranges and sage-grouse core habitat in southern Lincoln County. These treatments were not only designed to generally control cheatgrass to enhance native vegetation, but many sites were also targeting cheatgrass control to encourage favorable sagebrush mowing results. Many of these areas were followed-up treatments of areas that had previously been treated. 4,758 acres of sagebrush, juniper, and mixed mountain shrub habitats were treated for cheatgrass in the Little Mountain ecosystem, and 1,600 acres of habitat were treated to control cheatgrass in the Bags area during 2023. Cheatgrass is an aggressive, invasive winter annual plant that often outcompetes native vegetation and can become monocultures, negatively impacting landscapes and ecosystem function. Pre-emergent herbicide is applied with helicopter fixed wing, and the selectiveness of herbicide has little to no effect on growth of native perennial vegetation. Unfortunately, there are no one-and-done treatments, rather they are a control measure. Department biologists and partners monitor vegetation annually to determine when follow-up treatment is needed. Wildlife-friendly fences encourage big game passage while minimizing entanglement. The department and volunteers converted 6.5 miles of net wire and 5 and 6 strand fence to 4-wire wildlife-friendly specifications at the Grizzly Wildlife Habitat Management Area near Bags during 2023. The Wildlife Habitat Management Area is managed cooperatively between the department and BLM and provides nearly 38,000 acres of important habitat for many wildlife species, but has proven to be especially crucial for mule deer given recent GPS collar data. Much of the WHMA is within the Bags mule deer migration corridor and contains several vital stopover areas. NRCS, Lincoln County Conservation District, Wyoming Wildlife Natural Resources Trust, and Game and Fish partnered to replace 5.5 miles of net wire and 5 and 6 strand fence to 4-wire wildlife-friendly specifications on private lands along big game migration routes in the Cokeville area. Game and Fish, with the assistance of local volunteers, modified the wire spacing on 0.8 of a mile of Highway 789 right-of-way fences near Dad. This section of fence had previously been laid down fence, but at some point had been permanently affixed to posts. The fence modification is expected to facilitate primarily pronghorn and some mule deer passage across the highway during migrations. Department personnel and volunteers also modified 3 specific locations along the Highway 70 right-of-way fences between Bags and Dixon to encourage pronghorn to return north to summer range after having walked over the fences via hardened snowdrifts during the 2022-2023 winter and were unable to return. The cumulative effects of these and other similar fence conversions are extremely important for facilitating passage for migrating mule deer, pronghorn, and other big game between seasonal ranges. Thank you for your interest in wildlife habitat and taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions about what was presented, please contact Britt or myself.